Welcome to Conversations on Main. I'm your host, Nathan Sinclair Vineyard. We're live here in Park City, right on Main Street at Zoom, a Sundance restaurant. And we're going to listen to Katie Wright talk about the Park City Foundation and all the great work they're doing here in Park City.
Other communities realized that they had this institution, a community foundation, that worked to wrap all the philanthropy, all of the nonprofit organizations together, and to really be the glue among any sort of charitable interests. And they set out to start this and got the support of John Cumming, who owns Park City Mountain Resort and Powder Corporation and is raising a family here and really cares and loves the community. And so together, those group of people founded the organization. And really, we do three things. We provide services to donors, so we hold funds and help them with their charitable giving. We grant make and provide services to nonprofits like education and seminars and networking events. And then we do community initiatives where we look holistically at the community and what our needs are and pull everyone together to work towards a common goal. So it's really great. Good organization.
And so basically, it's a hub. It's a hub for all the Park City nonprofits here. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And we look very long term. And so over the course of time, we would love to see endowments for nonprofit organizations so that when times are good, money is put away to support those organizations for when times are a little harder. We look long-term because we don't have a single mission. We're not only focused on animals, only focused on the environment. Yeah. I mean, we need all of that, but our mission is a community. So we can sort of pull everyone together for those really big picture initiatives and work towards that goal. For example, we did an environmental initiative. So we worked with Save Our Snow and ParkCityGreen.org, which were big partnerships with Park City Mountain Resort and the city. We built a website. Citizens got together and put together a plan on how to reduce our city's footprint. And all of those things are still happening today. And that was about 2 years ago. And people are still checking off tasks to get us to a greener and greener community.
Wow. But
it takes getting everyone working together. So it's really a fun position to be in.
We're just so impressed with everything that you guys do.
Thank you.
Well, where can people find you online?
Our website is theparkcityfoundation.org. They can always call our office at 435-214-7476. And we love to meet everyone in the community. We're really working on slowly getting the word out. I mean, community foundations aren't simple organizations. They're kind of complex. So, we'll have coffee with anyone around the community who wants to learn more and know about what we do.
And then where can people physically find you?
We are located in the Rail Central building right off of Bonanza Drive next to White Pine Touring. Okay. And we're in Suite 102.
Yeah, I've passed by that building quite a few times biking.
Yes, we're right off the rail trail.
It's a really beautiful building.
Yeah, it's a great place. Yeah, it's a great building. Mark Fisher redid that building with Craig Elliott.
Yeah.
To make it cool. If you see old pictures of it, it was just plain.
Really?
Yeah, it looks good now.
It's really high quality.
Yeah.
Beautiful architecture. Mm-hmm. Which I think is an understated aspect of Park City is their architecture.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I mean, literally some of the most beautiful homes and the most beautiful shops I've ever seen are right here on Main Street, and then in Old Town, and Park City and the Canyons Resort. They're beautiful buildings.
Yeah, and in the next couple of years we're going to build out Park City. I think we have the opportunity to do creative architecture and forward-thinking architecture. So I hope the community stands behind that.
So, Katie, what is your favorite part of the Park City Foundation?
From a person, I'll answer it two ways. Big picture, I think that what we do that's most important is pool organizations together, gather different organizations and different stakeholders, and help them work together so that they're more effective, more efficient. And I think that's really important. And to be that central place that nonprofits and donors and citizens can all come when they want to do something good. That there's a place to go and people that are there to serve you and help you in whatever your goals are. Personally, the best part about my job is that I see people who are on the ground doing great things. And I think right now, if you listen to national dialogue on pretty much any issue, it's just getting to the point where it's very meaningless and it's inactive and it's not moving forward. And, one of my moments in this community that I go back to is in the middle of the healthcare debate when we were trying to pass the healthcare bill. I went to the ribbon cutting for the People's Health Clinic, and you have a huge nonprofit like Intermountain Healthcare. You have People's Health Clinic, a grassroots organization started by local people and doctors, and you had the county all working together to say, it doesn't matter what's happening on a national level. We have people in our community who don't have health insurance and they need medical care. So let's make it happen. And I think I love that. And I feel like those are the people I spend my day with. And so I'm always seeing people out there very best and people who are working for the benefit of everyone. And so it's really easy for me to look and, just feel good about the trajectory of the world. Whereas if you turn on the news, it can quickly bring you back to somewhere where it's very doom and gloom. But I think that other story exists every day. But most people don't get the opportunity to see it, and I just feel very lucky that I do.
That is absolutely what I think is the core of Park City. There's so many unbelievably wonderful things going on, but you don't really see it. And that's our conversations on Main. That's what we want to do, is bring that to life. I went to your site, and I could not believe how many families, how many personal individuals, how many individuals were contributing on a consistent basis to Park City Foundation. And you think it would be like companies and corporations, and they're there too. Mm-hmm. But no, it was families and individuals, and it was wonderful. It's a touching thing to
what's
see.
Neat about that is a lot of those funds are started by parents for their children or grandparents for their grandchildren, because they want to pass down the value of giving back. And so they've started these funds, and they'll take their kids and, around Christmas time, log on and sit the kids down and say, all right, what are the organizations you use? Do you use the trails? Is our pet adopted? And then what about kids in your class who don't have what you have? Should we give back to those organizations? And so they're teaching their kids through those funds. And so it's fun. It's really fun.
Beautiful, beautiful things. If you also go to their website, your guys' website, they have tools for nonprofits as well, right?
Yeah.
Investment tools. I think,
so one of the things we do is we manage funds. So it can be for a family, philanthropic funds, and it can also be for a nonprofit. So we hold endowments, and we're stewards of those funds for organizations. We also have things like something that's been really popular is executive director roundtables, where we get executive directors together once a month just to discuss the issues that are on their minds. And the byproduct of that is kind of the most important thing, which is really collaboration and stronger relationships, and making the nonprofit world work better and more effectively, efficiently, and all those things. So
amazing, amazing work, Katie.
Yeah, it's fun. I have a great job.
How can locals be a part of it? What's an easy way for them to get involved in the Park City Foundation?
Well, there's a lot of ways. First of all, we accept and take donations of any amount, and all of that helps us serve nonprofits through grant making, through programs. So I know there's a lot of organizations out there, but if a donor is just looking at how can I support the community as a whole, I think we're a really good option. And another thing is, we always need volunteers, and we have some campaigns occurring now that are supportive of the whole community, and we could use volunteers for that if people are interested. So
okay, how do we sign up? We want to be part of it.
Yeah, you give me a call.
Okay.
My number is 435-214-7476, and you can visit us online. But the best way right now is just call me up, and I'll see where your interests lie and where your skills are, and match make you with some on the ground kind of campaign action.
Well, I'm here in Park City. I'm signing up.
Excellent. And
I would love to be a part of that wonderful, wonderful thing.
Great. Thank you.
Well, our time's about running out here. But any shout-outs that you want to give to anybody out there?
Oh, there's so many. I think since kind of mixing personal with work, the nice thing about the foundation is from the board of the directors on down, we have just an incredibly dedicated staff and volunteers, and so the organization is just really well run and looking towards the future. And I guess I have to thank our board of directors for thinking really long term about our community and how we sustain all these wonderful nonprofit organizations, when long term thinking is a hard thing right now with the economy. But they're doing it and being really supportive, and it's just been great. And the community as a whole has really embraced us. And so in the past 4.5 or so years, we've accomplished quite a bit, and it's because people have trusted us and, given their time and their skills and their service, and it's just been a really wonderful thing. So I think in the long term, the Park City Foundation is going to be one of those institutions that we're all very proud of, as and see as essential. And it's a long-term project, but we have the foundation in place, and it's just been because the community is really supportive.
Katie, such a beautiful thing, in a beautiful town, at a beautiful restaurant. They just brought out some appetizers for us, folks.
I see them. They look delicious.
So we want to invite you to come down to Zoom, and to experience Robert Redford, his dream. He started this restaurant in 1995, and it's inside. They have all their food is cooked with wood. They have wood fires, and it's a really romantic, beautiful experience. There's more than just food here. The food is absolutely excellent quality. And so we would like to thank Denise for letting us come and be part of Zoom. And we'd like to thank the Park City Foundation for letting us speak to Katie and featuring their wonderful organization. But most of all, we'd like to thank Katie. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing some of your heart, sharing some of your soul with us, and bringing beautiful things to our attention. And we're going to look up all this stuff and enjoy it.
All right. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate you helping us get the word out about what the Park City Foundation is up to. And thank you for Zoom for hosting us.
Yeah. Well, folks, thank you so much. We're gonna dig in and eat some of this wonderful food here. So, live from Park City, live from Zoom, we're saying goodbye.